fielders inside the circle anyway. Fielders inside the circle anyway. They've only got 10 fielders out there at the moment. So either Berger is going to have to come back on, or they'll have to have, I presume they'd still have to have 5 fielders inside the circle, but then you've lost one on the outside.
I think that might be part of the discussion now as well, because really you lose that field, really. Fairness states that you're still going to have those 5 fielders inside of the ring, and that's now a discussion Stephen Fleming's having with the reserve umpire as well.
Just beckoning for Berger to come back out again. I mean, it's the only way they're going to get away with it, because otherwise, if he was to stay off the field and they were to still, they were only to have the 4 men inside the circle, then there's no penalty at all.
Yeah, and there's the think tank. The bit where I say 20. I'm sure you see Stephen Cook somewhere there. He'll be relaying the rules. Maybe a rule that's been forgotten by some of the teams. But definitely cannot have 10 men on the field at this stage of the game and have 1 extra in the ring. Well, this was a start we had today here at the Wanderers. It was absolute pandemonium. Dan Warrell with the first one in the first. And the SKC length. And that's a little slow to start. Only to land the ball in the right area. That shot maybe could be a contentious one to play first ball from Ralston Chase. Jasper were in a serious position in Victoria Capitals. We're scrambling for pads in the change, and there's the big wicket of Dre Russ. And you almost felt that the game was all over already, wasn't it, Mark?
Yeah, it's the end of Brevis, but not until they put on 100-run partnership, he and Shafane Rutherford, and dug them out of the deepest of holes. 4 ducks in a row there for the Capitals.
Oh, when you get to playoffs, you want to have all your ducks in a row. And that's not the right way, is it?
Just to confirm the playing conditions for this competition with regards to substitute fielders, no allowances will be made for overs 19 and 20. You have to have players on the field, otherwise you play without that fielder. It shows you also from a point of view, Keshav Maharaj was very awake to it as well. Keshav Maharaj, from a captaincy point of view, I think he's had really good games for the Victoria Capitals. Now, already late with their overs, so it does mean that penalty as well. Berg is back on the field. And this is what's going to happen. With this penalty, there are more gaps, and he's not afraid of going over the top.
This is so clever from Shafane Rutherford. At first glance, it might have appeared he was trying to hit it over extra cover and got it horribly wrong, but fine, he just, opens up the blade. Knows all he has to do is get 3/4 of the bat on it, and it'll fly over that ring of 3 fielders at third man and disappear down there for 4. He might have been trying to hit it for 6. But he's difficult enough to bowl out when you've got 5 men back on the fence, let alone 4.
Best they are at this stage with JSK. You can see how much he wants it. Shafane Rutherford just wants more and more. He really put on 66 in 85 minutes of high pressure. He just wants more.
Now, I think he'd be a little bit upset with himself that he missed out on that. That was on a slot. And with the field set, it's a free hit over cover. You know how well he plays that shot.
Second time, he's probably a little unhappy with the call. It's two Absa money dot balls in a row in the final over. Picked it up leg side, he was just waiting for it. Mulder had bowled wide, and now straight he goes, and he's punished.
Well, that's extraordinary. Got the chance now, 2 balls left, to actually get them to 150. Tell you what's interesting about Shafane Rutherford here. Quite often at the death you see batters moving around the crease or dancing down the wicket. He stays stock still. Okay, 150 now out of the question.
Oh, I can tell you why there are no more clouds in the sky, because that swing right there has just blown them all away. Yeah, the off-cutter from Vian Mulder. I tell you what, if he did hit that, that's on the golf course, Butch.
Seen 1 or 2 go over the roof here at the Wanderers. David Miller once hit 1 over. Last year's big SA 20, we saw Heinrich Klaassen hitting 1 over the roof, which is to our left-hand side. Out into the offside he goes. Big hit. It'll be 4. It evades Donovan Ferreira, who goes down in a heap. He looks in pain. Hopefully that shoulder is okay. That will be a worry. JSK has already had a litter of injuries to some of their big players. And not for the first time. And there's a T20 World Cup just around the corner.